Evening, good evening, bonsoir, buenas noches, buenas noches to investors in North and South America. 皆様こんにちは，안녕하세요，各位午安。Good afternoon to investors in Asia. Buenos días, good morning to Good morning to investors in Europe and Africa. I'm Daniel Yu speaking from Hong Kong. It's June 16th, Sunday here, 1 p.m. in Hong Kong, 1 a.m. in Wall Street, and 6 a.m. in London. Welcome to our weekly review and outlook of American stock market. This week, I have three main points to talk about. Number one, top three market stocks. Number two, Ukraine war in inflation. Number three, Sino-EU trade war. Subscribe, like, and share. Remember to click the bell, please. Watch our playlist again so as to grasp the continuous trend of the market and refresh your mind. After the whirlwind of Jensen Huang in Taiwan, last week aroused another whirlwind, which is WWDC, that is Worldwide Developer Conference of Apple. Apple is now having their AI function merging into the iPhone automatically. The price rocketed up. From the top 10 market values of the world, we can see the first three are running neck to neck against each other. Once NVDA surpassed Apple and took the second place, and after the WWDC, Apple soared up to the champion again. My long-term audience should know that last October, I suggest to buy in Apple at $167 and the lowest price was $165. I told investors to take half of the profit at $193 and the highest point was $199. And above all, to repurchase at $167 again and the lowest price was $164 in April. And the closing price of last Friday was $212, ranking number 2 on top 10 market value of the world. The business are interrelated. Apple is having cooperation with OpenAI and ChatGPT. NVDA announced to have cooperation with Microsoft to build one of the most powerful AI supercomputers powered by Microsoft's Azure Advanced Supercomputing infrastructure combined with NVDA GPUs. Not only this, for the fourth place of Google, it is the default search engine of Apple. NVDA and Google Cloud also have collaboration and to accelerate the AI development. For the fifth rank, Amazon Web Service, AWS, and NVDA announced that the new NVDA Blackwell GPU platform unveiled by NVDA and its GTC 2024 developer conference is coming to AWS again. So their businesses are all linking up with each other. For the top 7 companies of the world, 6 of them need the semiconductor of TSM strongly. This is a symptom we cannot neglect. In 2025, the 2nm chip of TSM will come into mass production. Apple will be the first group of users, and the 1.4nm chip is now under development and will come to mass production in 2027 or 2028. What we can see is that there is much room for development of AI and chips. For those that dare not to buy the top 3 or top 5, can try the ASM, which is set to be the next NVDA. During the fall of TSM in 2022, local commentators in Taiwan asked people to take out their monthly salary to invest in TSM non-stoply until it rises. Later, when it rises, those commentators keep on asking people to invest monthly in TSM, and now over 1/3 of the citizens in Taiwan have purchased TSM. But during the whirlwind of Jensen Huang's visit, he named out a lot of local companies which have great contribution to the boom of semiconductor in Taiwan, and they all rose sharply at once. Now people in Taiwan also know how to invest in other AI stocks and also aim at NVDA and not as concentrated as before. And now both NVDA and TSM are the hottest stocks to Taiwanese investors. The US inflation was announced. It dropped from 3.4 to 3.3%, while core inflation dropped from 3.6 to 3.4%, still far away from the standard of 2.0%. The rate hike cycle started on March 2022. At that time, inflation was 8.5% and later went up to 9.1% and now gradually dropped to 3.4% even under the war in Ukraine and Gaza. In the G7 meeting of Italy, they came to an agreement to use the interest of frozen Russian assets as aid to Ukraine, and the latest news is that Russia stopped transactions of Euro and USD in Russia. Even if the West supplies F-16 and Mirage 2,000 fighters to Ukraine, it can make Ukraine upwind and Russia in an unfavorable condition, but hard to make Russia completely collapse before the general election of November 5th. The only way is to use economic sanction, and now we have to see how the effect comes. According to the double chart, there still will be 2 more rate cuts before the end of 2024. Even Sweden, Canada, and European Central Bank cut the interest rate. The USD is quite strong, and Nasdaq is still rising sharply. The Chicago target rate also expect there will be 2 more rate cuts this year. The financial market is full of tension and pressure. In order to overcome it, one must have a clear and stable mind and make the right choice in the right time and right place. I have a music channel called Music Therapy and then here. It is using the 5 elements of ancient China, which are gold, wood, fire, water, and earth, to generate a power of balance so as to help investors to have a clearer and brighter mind as well as a calm and bright psychological state. Please enjoy yourself. The Sino-US trade war has been long awaited and at length started. The EU levied 38 extra tariff on Chinese electric cars because the government gave subsidies to them and made the business competition unfair. For those that have cooperation with the investigation, the total tariff of BYDDY is 27.4%, Geely 30%, NIO and SAIC 48.1%. This made Chinese electrical vehicles will turn to Mexico. Now Tesla is having their plant in Berlin, but the model produced is not so complete. They have to extend their production line. China also wants to establish plants in Hungary, but the component chain must be up to 70% in order to fulfill the law of local-made orders. China is in strong opposition and is considering to levy tariff on large emission cars from Europe and US for retaliation. So we have to keep a close eye on it and see how the trade war develops. As for market outlook, Dow Jones formed a double top and is developing horizontally, while Nasdaq and S&P are the same. The latest wave is rocketing up because of the AI trend. For quite a long time, the white sticks are more than black sticks. One more point to mind is that even Apple is rocketing high recently, but in the September product introduction, normally it will drop down. This September, Apple will introduce the iPhone 16 Pro and Apple Watch X, and we have to wide open our eyes and see what will happen. Anyway, it has already repeated many times, when there is drop, remember to buy back before November comes. So again, subscribe, like and share. Auf Wiedersehen, bye bye. See you next week.